so it is fitting that Prince Harry, who has been house hunting in the Cotswolds, took Meghan Markle to see Luckington Court in Wiltshire, a manor that was used as Elizabeth Bennet's family home in the BBC's series of Jane Austen's Pride and Prejudice, starring Colin Firth and Jennifer Ehle. The Regency House, which is up for sale at £7.75 million, even has a royal connection. The 156-acre estate was once owned by King Harold. The 8-bedroom property also has a whiff of military intrigue in its history. In the 1940s, it was rented by Guy Van Sittart, a member of Z Unit, the shadowy guerrilla unit that operated behind enemy lines in the Second World War. WWCO-UKDANNY Loss and Prince Harry and Meghan Markle have been house hunting in the Cotswolds. Luckington Court, surrounded by woodland and with 5 cottages, was recommended to Harry by his old chum Thomas Van Straubenzee, whose Mayfair property search company, Venhin, has drawn up a short list of potential royal roosts. The fact that Harry took Meghan to see the house confirms that he is serious about his future with the actress, with whom he has been going out for 15 months. She is expected to move here from Toronto with her rescue dogs, Bogart and Guy, after she films her last season of Suits next month. Yesterday, Woolley Wallace, the agents in Marlborough marketing the house, refused to elaborate on the prince's visit, although they did confirm that the price has been reduced from £9 million to £7.75 million as its owner, June Pollock, is keen to move. But another local estate agent said Harry and Meghan spent 2 hours looking at Luckington, although we understand they haven't made an offer yet. A source close to Harry acknowledges that the prince loved Luckington, which is only 8 miles from Prince Charles' home, Highgrove, but says the search is ongoing. They both definitely want to be in the Cotswolds. They prefer it to Norfolk, where William and Kate have a house, and they're looking at a short list of properties, not too big or too showy, but obviously with the need for privacy and staff accommodation. When Tamsin Outhwaite took the call asking her to rejoin EastEnders in the new year after nearly 16 years away from Albert Square, the actress may have naturally wished to share the good news with someone special back at home, but Essex-born Tamsin remains single, 4 years after she parted from Tom Ellis, who played the hunky chef Gary Indiana Miranda Hart's eponymous TV series. She was devastated when he confessed to a night of illicit rumpy-pumpy while away filming in America. The couple attempted to patch up their 7-year marriage for the sake of their 2 daughters, but eventually Tom left home and she filed for divorce. Last year, Tamsin, 46, declared that although she was now ready for serious dating, there were few suitable contenders. There don't seem to be many people around at the moment, she sighed. Fortunately, the ordeal of divorce has not left her too cynical. HGL Wire image. 4 years after the breakup with Tom Ellis, Tamsin Outhwaite is still single. I'm not desperate to get married again, but I'm not against it. She says, I never lost faith and I hope I never become anti-men. Meanwhile, Welshman Tom, 38, who is now a star in the States in a TV series called Lucifer, has become entwined with actress Megan Oppenheimer. She has described Tom as my trophy boyfriend, who I love more than shoes and Second World War documentaries. It's not a fear of putting on weight that bothers fitness guru Joe Wicks. His real worry is going bald. I know I'm going to lose my hair one day, and I'm scared of that, sighs Wicks, whose lustrous locks have helped make him an online heartthrob. KARWAI Tang Wire image. Joe Wicks revealed one of his biggest fears: going bald. Joe, 31, who has 4 million fans following his workout routines and healthy eating tips, says his success has been accidental. In the beginning it was just me posting recipes online from my flat in Surbiton, and my girlfriend at the time was, can we please just sit down and eat the food? Not that Joe is above temptation. Last week he admitted to binging on burgers and fizzy drinks while on a birthday trip to the States. I've been lazy, he said ruefully. I need to get back in the game. Congratulations to John Cleese, who has reached 78 thanks to medical assistance. James B. Morgan Getty. John Cleese jokes about his latest surgery, saying he is practically bionic now. I'm practically bionic now, preens the much-married Beanpole, who had his second hip replacement earlier this year. I've also got an artificial knee, I've got lenses in both eyes, and I've got a hearing aid, and I've had 9 dental implants and a hair transplant. When you get to my age, you do running repairs. Sheena Easton was bemused by the reaction of her daughter Skylar, 21, after she watched films of her heyday as a singer. Skylar said, what the hell are you wearing in that, Mum? Your butt's all shiny. I replied, it's called spandex, darling, and may you never have to experience it in real life. Indeed, Sheena, 58, who is starring in the West End production of 42nd Street, is just relieved that neither of her children have envisaged a future in show business. She observed, since they were tiny, I've let them see that what I do is is very hard work. I needed them to see it's far from being all glamour and excitement. My son, Jake, 22, plays the guitar, but purely for his own enjoyment. Here's John Prescott enthusing about his wife Pauline. She's a wonderful woman, and she's made me a tremendous home. I've had a lot of good luck in my life, and being with her is one of those things. When Pauline convinced Lord Prescott to not resign after his affair with his secretary was revealed. No wonder Lord Prescott, who will be 80 next May, is so grateful. It was the pragmatic Pauline, daughter of a Cheshire bricklayer, who told the old booby not to resign as Labour's deputy PM after it was revealed that he had been having an affair with his secretary, Tracy Temple. This tawdry dalliance, which lasted 2 years, began at the office Christmas party. In a newspaper interview, Miss Temple described how she was seduced by Preza on the desk of his office, underneath a portrait of Thomas Cromwell, although her boss never took her out for dinner. He once made me a bacon butty, the romantic old goat. Fans of nature programs enjoyed the return of Michaela Strawn to the BBC's Autumn Watch. Getty. Michaela Strawn and Chris Packham have often joked and giggled on air, but for some viewers the whole series has been less about bunnies and birds, and more about innuendo. Watch. Previous programs have induced giggles over the levels of saucy references, especially from Chris Packham, but Michaela, 51, insists it's almost impossible to avoid double entendres when talking live and unscripted about animals. Sometimes you say something and people just take it the wrong way. Once on Sprint Watch, we did a piece where this badger was scratching its tummy. I had a badger shirt on and I said, "That's very cute. Look, I can scratch my badger." People went mad. They even had t-shirts made. BBC The cast of BBC's Spring Watch, and it was so innocent when it comes to setting boundaries between the sexes. Sir Michael Caine likes to quote his mother, Ellen, a cleaner who had firm views on how much flesh a girl should bear. She was fascinated by girls wearing short skirts. He muses, "One day I was walking with her down the King's Road in Chelsea and we saw a lovely blonde in a mini skirt and I said, 'What do you think, Mum?' She replied, 'If it's not for sale, you should put it in the window.' It's bad enough that the repairs to Big Ben will silence its bongs for 4 years. Now it's been revealed that the huge steel scaffolding around the tower is made in Germany." Stephen Kinnock, the Labour MP whose Aberavon constituency is home to Tata's Port Talbot steel plant, asked where the material came from, and was told by a Commons official that the quantity and size meant it had to be ordered from Germany. "Why not Britain?" harumphed Kinnock, adding, "We make the best steel that money can buy. If given sufficient lead time by the customer, then our steel workers can always deliver." Although viewers of her series A Place in the Sun may have been encouraged to have acquisitive thoughts about buying a little bolt hole abroad, Amanda Lamb believes wanting more ultimately leads to less happiness. Jonathan Hordla wrecks Shutterstock. "We're all too focused on being perfect," says Amanda Lamb. "I'm a real believer in trying to simplify your life as much as possible," says mother of Whoa Amanda, 45, who is married to Sean, a cameraman she met while working on the series. "I think that we're all too focused on being perfect, and I believe social media plays a huge part in that. I've been guilty of it too, stressing out over a TV job I didn't get or looking good at the school gates, but my new mantra is I do enough. I am enough. I have enough." She remembers filming on the French Riviera and seeing a Russian oligarch's huge yacht coming into the harbor. Ken McKay wrecks Shutterstock. Amanda Lamb currently presents Selling Houses with Amanda Lambie was in awe. "Then the harbor master turned to me and said, 'I wouldn't worry about that. Tomorrow there will a better one coming in.' It made me think there will always be someone more successful than you." John Humphreys would never subject himself to the ordeal of being a contestant on Mastermind. He says, "I have nothing but sympathy when these brave souls make some howling error." Getty. John Humphreys said he would never take part to Mastermind as a contestant. "My favorite was when I asked this nice opening question in the general knowledge round, 'What breakfast cereal do you associate with prison?' While the poor chap's eyes glazed over and every viewer in the land shouted porridge, he proudly delivered his answer, Cheerios." Jeffrey Archer is not a believer in looking back on his past and thinking about what might have been. "It's a waste of time," exclaims the bumptious peer. "I don't go backwards. I'm writing my books and praying they'll be better than the one before." The amount of people who think it would be nice to look back. "I'd have been captain of the England cricket team. I'd have got a gold medal at the Olympics, but doesn't the old rascal claim to have done those things anyway?"